sorceresses because of the mana banks of the sorceress compared to the mana banks of the dryads, but out of battle it's a lot nicer to have a dryad or two to take it out, and with the human having no real siege apart from the pathetic flying machines that he just lost everything of. He has no piercing either, so the dryads stand a little longer chance of surviving. If the human does get some more mortar teams, yeah, Chimeras will take those out in 2 seconds flat. Cygnus coming in to get some more items. Teleport scroll. Potion of lesser invulnerability is standard.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
Another gold mine has been drained. That would be the south mine. And human is expanding on the southeast side. As I said, it's just a matter of gold mine grinding. No one is really trying to finish the game at this point. It's just a couple of skirmish battles. You lose all you have, you kill the enemy's units and then redo it while getting expansions up. With the army that Cygnus has now, he could easily make a very big push on the main base, take out the barracks and the arcane sanctum, and then it doesn't matter if the enemy has 400 expansions because he can't make any units. He has now changed over to Dragonhawk Riders a little late in the game, but he now has a far better chance of countering the foes. And again, his whining, even though he decided to waste, a couple of thousand gold on flying machines that didn't really do much difference. Personally, any strategy that relies on Tier 3 can't be unbalanced because you got Tier 1 and Tier 2 to counter it before the enemy gets Tier 3. Cygnus was playing a very risky game with no base defense whatsoever in the beginning there, but the human decided to do what humans do, which is fast expand and creep, so that didn't work well. Cygnus is now coming in, sucking up damage from the towers. He can just cast a rejuve on his Demon Hunter, and that's pretty much, there it goes. Teleports in a little too late, but the human decided to not take out the expansion, so Mr. Cygnus can finish it, or can save it. We have shackles going on all over the place, slowed hippogriffs, slowed everything, and the hippogriffs are going down, but there's still too many of them. And shackles don't last forever, which is the reason you should have more Dragonhawks than hippogriffs, but the human decided to, as I've said before, go for flying machines. That does not work. Sorry. The hippogriffs are the most brutal of the anti-air units. They can eat a bat or two, I think. Well, at least one bat. Takes two to kill a hippogriff, and when you're playing the bat versus air, you often end up spending more money on bats than the enemy does on his air, so even though you're wasting his air units, he gains money on you because you have to rebuild the bats, and once they're blown, they're blown. I usually just use bats to soften them up for my Raider Snare and Focus Fire with Headhunters, but we're not playing Orc, we're playing Nightelf, or Cygnus is. And the human is playing human, obviously. So Cygnus is at 38 out of 90 food, now 42, and the human is 41, and it seems the human is drawing the short end of the stick in every battle, even though he has more food in units. Of course, he insists on getting the wrong units, like flying machines. Now that he's gone for Dragonhawk Riders, Mr. Cygnus is already ahead in the Hippogriff department, so that's a mistake of the human. When you see any serious anti-air like Hippogriffs, go for the Dragonhawks right away. Don't fuck around with flying machines. They're like harassing units and severe. I mean, it's like ghouls versus grunts. You know, if you have less ghouls or similar amount of ghouls to the enemy's grunts, you're gonna lose because Hippogriffs are flying grunts basically. So don't do that. Go for Dragonhawks right away, or don't waste your time on rifles when the enemy already has gems, because you're gonna lose that. Cygnus is now trying to get the Entangled Gold Mine on the east side. The north side has 7,500 left. South side is gone, but it still shows in the bloody minimap. Human has one expansion. Yeah, we're equal on this expansion now, but you'll see something really funny when this game is finally over. It's very interesting. Enough of that. Now we have, like, flying around, pissing away their time, not doing anything efficient, looking for expansions, blah blah blah. I think there's like maybe 2 minutes left in this game. Cygnus again using the Fountain of Health to his advantage. I don't think human has been here even once. Unfortunately, you can't build around it, or unfortunately, otherwise human would have like 500 towers in the fucking thing. But another expansion attack using heroes and Dragonhawk Riders and water metals from heroes, of course. We have some shackles going off on 4 Hippogriffs. We are at 5 dragons versus 3 hippos. And as you can see, with the extra Dragonhawks, they can focus and kill. Positive shackles won't kill them completely, but we have the Demon Hunter in Psycho form, Metamorphosis, and ripping into everything in sight. He's now got Immolation on level 3, and you can see the Avatar and surrounding melee units are taking a serious beating. And we also have bears. He's at 34 out of 90 food, and the human is 34 out of 84. Paladin goes down. Mountain King goes down, and the Archmage is about to get smacked in the face. That should be the end of the game, I think. Long game. Allforicons left. And here's the fun thing. Allforicons wins on every score here. Unit score, hero score, resource score, total score. And still he lost game because he left, or he got all his shit smacked around. On units, we have Allforicons produce 188 units, most of which was flying machines. Mr. Cygnus killing 188 units. That includes creeps. He didn't kill all the peasants. Allforicons next, more buildings, blah blah blah. Biggest army 96 for Allforicons, 84 by Cygnus. Heroes 665 versus 10. Experience, more experience, of course, since when Demon Hunter or any hero reaches level 10, they don't get any more experience, while the human did. On the resources, we have 10,000 gold more lost to upkeep by the human, because he stayed at very high food levels during all the game. Harvested more lumber, mined more. Higher tech percentage by 2. Game time 47.15. Hopefully I did not do anything stupid to kill the audio record wizard, so I actually have this game. That would be really, really nice. So, with that game over, I hope doing a more serious game instead of just my fumbly, microless power push games. Please, some of those who wanted more, learning games instead of just fun games. I hope I did have some fun and, maybe laugh once or twice in this game. I consider it a personal privilege and an honor to be allowed to do a game of Mr.Cygnus. I actually asked him if I could do it, and he said sure. So I hope I did an audio to suit the game, even though it was long and there was a lot of same thing happening over and over. There was a lot of good points that I was able to cover. Even though I might have missed an expansion here and there because I was too busy on the battles, I hope I did get a good representation of what a high-level human versus Nightelf game can be. Some tips on how to improve it, and what not to do and what to do better for your own games. Without making this audio 2 hours long. And that's it for me. You can leave your claims, comments on the site. And I hope you enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed doing this audio. And I will see you on the boards. Cheers!